Hello, everybody. This is Glenn Weaver from High Performance PC of Cape Cod. Okay, I run a business here on Cape Cod, Massachusetts, in the Pecasset Bourne area, and I'm going to do a video here for you. This is going on YouTube as well as it's going on my Facebook page. If you want to head over to facebook.com/High Performance PC of Cape Cod. You'll find my page over there. Make sure you like it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please down the bottom subscribe to my page and watch all my various videos that I put on here. Sometimes it's not computer related stuff. Sometimes it's videos, whatever I happen to be doing, bike riding, whatever, you name it. Okay, anyways, all right, I'm going to do a video here and I want to show you people. I get it all the time. People are asking me, they're telling me they don't like Windows 8 or they don't like Windows 8.1. They want their traditional computer back. Well, you're not ever going to see it again. That's gone. It's done. And the reason why is because of Google and because of Apple, because they're designing systems that are similar to this, that, Microsoft had to make this jump or they were losing ground. And they had no choice but to do this. So I'm hoping that I can teach some of you people and make you happy and understand Windows 8 so that you'll get used to it and like it for a change. Because I got a lot more people that like this new operating system than don't. Okay, so first off, I'm on my traditional desktop, as you can see. And this is what you see on XP, Vista, Windows 7, right? You all know this desktop. This is what you love. Well, guess what? It's still here. Okay, first thing Microsoft did when they created, now this is 8.1. When Windows 8 came out, they took away the start screen. It was there, but it was just hidden down in the left-hand corner, the very bottom left-hand corner of the screen. And then what happened was, okay, there we go. They took it away. It was there, but it was hidden down the bottom, and you had to put your pointer down here in the left-hand corner to have it show, and you clicked it, and it, they brought it back in 8.1 because a lot of people were complaining they wanted their start button back. Let me just rephrase that. Make sure they brought back the start button. Okay, as you can see right down here in the very left-hand bottom corner of the screen, you see there's your traditional start button, right? When you click this, you had a box that came up roughly about, this big. And on the right-hand side of that box, actually, on the left-hand side, at the very bottom, you had search. Above that, you had all programs. And above that, you had some stuff that was already pinned to your start menu. And you could pin your own stuff there. You could remove stuff and pin what you want. And I think you could pin roughly between 5 and 10 things in that box, and that was it, right? Then over on the right-hand side, you had at the very bottom, you had shutdown. Then you had next to that, you had a little arrow where you highlighted that, and it showed switch users, log off, restart, or sleep, and I think it said hibernate. So you could choose out of that. Then above that you had devices and printers. Above that was your control panel, and then you had computer, you had videos, you had pictures, music, and documents. Then above documents, you had your name. Whatever the name of the computer was, whatever you named your computer, that's what showed up. You could click that, and a bunch of folders appeared, and you had contacts, favorites, downloads, my documents, my music, my pictures, my videos, saved games, and then there was one more, I don't remember what it was. If I was looking at Windows 7 right now, I could tell you. And you could choose any one of those folders you wanted to go into. And your favorites was basically what you went to on Internet Explorer showed up under those favorites, but it didn't save them. Like if you wiped out your computer and had to restart it because you got hit with a virus, all those favorites were gone. Unless you saved them, they were gone. So that was your traditional start button and then start box, right? Well, they changed it up, and guess what? This is what the new start screen now does. When you come down here, you got your start button right here. You click this. This is where it freaks you people out, and I don't understand why, because from day one, since the day I tested Windows 8, I have loved it. I know, I understand. I'm a Microsoft guy. I love everything Microsoft. And, you know, I don't know if you guys have heard, but they're replacing Steve Ballmer, which is the CEO of Microsoft. He's retiring, and they're already looking for a replacement. I wish they would pick me, because I would love to be CEO of Microsoft and work, you know, right beside Bill Gates. I know he's pretty much retired, but he still has stuff to do with me, and I would love it. But anyways, this is your start button, and this is what it does. And I know it freaks you people out, but look, you come this like, oh my God, what the hell is this? Well, guess what? This is now your new, well, it was a start box. Now it's called a start screen. I know you're freaking out seeing all the stuff that's here. Okay, these big ones here, these are tiled, and you can change the size of them. You can make them small, medium, or large. And as you can see, here's a tile here, and this one's a medium. And if I want to change it and make it small, I can. And then you've got, now these are all, notice the space in between these two apps right here, because these are apps. You got a space, right? Well, if you look, if I can move these around. See that white line that appears? That defines the line between these boxes. So in other words, this is a category that I've created. This is another category. See, I've got, this one's called medical. Then I've got social. I've got music, pics, and vids. I've got favorites. I've got contacts. I've got Windows programs. You know, I've got miscellaneous. I've got games. So you can all these categories, and you can put all the stuff you want in that particular category, and that category can grow to size. So however much stuff you put in it, it'll just keep growing and growing. It'll just keep making it wider and wider and wider. And your start screen is a lot different than your start box, because when you click that start button on XP, Vista, or Windows 7, you just had a box that popped up and you were confined within that space. Now you're not. Now you've got an endless start screen. The more you keep adding to the screen, the further you can scroll, you know, to the left, or you can go back to the right to the very beginning. And if I keep adding stuff here, like next to this, if I put stuff over here, it'll actually move these boxes to the right, but it still makes it longer down the other end. Okay, so this is now your new start screen, and there's apps for this, like you do on your phone, like you have on your phone, or, you know, like if you've got an iPad, or you've got an Android device, you can go purchase and download apps. Well, Windows 8 does the very same thing. And, so this is where all your apps appear, but now, like your phone, if you want the app to be here, you have to go get it and pin it to the start screen. With Windows 8, it used to automatically pin it for you, but now they've changed it so that you have to go get it yourself and pin it to the start screen. And each app you pin to the start screen is a running app. So if you pin it to the start screen, it's going to run in the background, and it can take away from the performance of your PC, depending on what you have, what you've got for a PC. I haven't found that issue yet. It only allows you to pin, like, I think it's like 5 to 10 apps, and it'll ask you, you want to allow it to run in the background. It only allows you to pin like between 5 and 10 that actually allow it to run in the background. But they're here, and if you notice some of these tiles, see how they're moving? These are called live tiles. You will not find this on Android, and you will not find this on Apple, on an iPhone or an iPad or a Mac computer. You will not find any live tiles. This is specifically Windows 8 or 8.1. This is the new Windows. Get used to it. Okay, now as far as, let's go back to the desktop, and we'll come back here. Okay, so I'm back to my traditional desktop again. Okay, so now you see everything that you normally have, right? You've got your taskbar down below, and you got your system tray over here to the far right, and your system tray ends right here. See this little arrow that points up? Click that. Now, if you're running XP and Vista, you don't have this. I think, depending on what you had for Vista, I think they did add it later on. Windows 7 does have this, but this is all your stuff that is running in the background on your computer. And on XP and Vista, all this stuff was right out here in the open, and it kind of, the more stuff that was running, it cut into your taskbar and moved that system tray out. So what they've done when they went to Windows 7 is they combined it to this little box right here. So now it's in a box down here, still running on your system tray, but now it's not taking up any room. So this is as far as your system tray will go on Windows 7, Windows 8, and 8.1. It doesn't go any further than here. I got my Zoom program, desktop, and the rest of it's my taskbar, right? Get your date and time. So all the stuff is the same, right? Now as you can see, I've got a lot of stuff pinned to my taskbar. Now when you get Windows 8 or you upgrade to 8.1, when you first do it, all that's down the bottom is you've got Internet Explorer. And this folder right here is known as your File Explorer folder. And I'll explain to that in a minute. And then from there down, everything else I have pinned. I pinned my control panel here. Now let me show you that if you want to pin stuff, right? Well, if you don't want it on your taskbar, there's another place you can put it. And let me click and go back over to the start screen, right? I'm going to scroll down and take a look. Right up here at the top, look at this. What does that say? It says control panel. Well, guess what? You can pin stuff from your desktop over here onto your start screen. And if you want to get to it, watch this. I want to go to my control panel. I click it. Where do you think it's going to take me? It takes me right over to my desktop. Look at this. Here's my control panel. It popped right open instantly. So you have a choice where to put this stuff. And you know what? Since you're not on desktop as much as you used to be, because that's all you had was a desktop, you know, now you've got a start screen that you're going to find you'll spend more time here than you will over here at desktop. And the reason why is because now you've got apps that give you information. You know, I've got a Facebook app, and this is the official Facebook app right here. Windows 8.1. It's not available on 8, only on 8.1. So if you want this app and you're on Windows 8, you've got to upgrade to Windows 8.1 in order to get the official app. And I'll show you what that's like a little further down when I get over to here and start getting in depth on the stuff here on the start screen. But I want to go back to desktop. All right, I want to continue with desktop here. So you see I got a lot of stuff pinned down to my taskbar. Now, a lot of people probably didn't know this, but I'm going to show you a neat little trick that you can do while you're on desktop. You can do this on XP. You can do it on Vista, Windows 7, 8, and 8.1. If you put your pointer down here at the bottom of the screen and right-click on your taskbar, click Properties, and watch what happens, right? Now you got a box that opens up. Now take a look at this box. You can auto-hide the taskbar. I'll show you that, right? And then you can use small taskbar buttons if you want. You can make them small, but I won't do that. All right, right now I'm going to show you this. Let's click Apply. And this will make a nice... All right. Now, right now, you see right now, I've got a nice, clean desktop. No icons or anything, right? No taskbar. Watch. I put my pointer down the bottom. My taskbar comes up. Now, if you look over here, you'll see I've got desktop, right? Okay, watch. I'm going to take this out for a minute. I want to show you something. Okay. Now I'm going to put this back to... Okay. Now this is what you normally see when you have a computer, right? And let's go back in here for a minute. And let's go back to properties. And let's go ahead and we'll take out the check mark. Okay. Now we'll change it back. And this is what you guys normally have right here. Okay. This is what your desktop probably looks like, is like this, right? And you're like, oh, this is cool. I got all my icons right here, right? And then you get your taskbar down here. And yeah, it's okay, right? Kind of boring because now you got a nice picture in the background, right? And this is the Bing photo of the day picture that appears on my desktop. As well, if you noticed, in Windows 8.1, it also appears on your start screen. Look at that. So if you change your picture over here and you've got it set to appear on your start screen, whatever you pin for a picture can be over here as well. So it's really nice. Okay, so now what you can do is, let me show you a nice clean look. You want to take away these desktop icons? Okay, right click out in the open here. And I want you to go to view, right? And, okay, go to view. It says show desktop icons. Take out the check mark. Whoa, what happened to my desktop icons? They're gone. And they're not anywhere. How do I get to them? Okay, well, here you go. Come down the bottom. Open area in your taskbar. Right click. And I want you to go highlight toolbars. Don't click it. Just highlight it. And arrow across and come down. And see the one that says desktop? Put a check mark there. Now look. Now you got down the bottom right here. You've got desktop with two little arrows. Click the arrows and watch what happens. Put your pointer up into this box. And look at this. Here's all your icons that were out in your screen are now here. And look what else you can get to. SkyDrive, Home Group. See, now this is what I was talking about on Vista and Windows 7. At the top of your start box, you had what you named your computer, which this one's named Glenn Weaver, right? And so you click this, and here's all those boxes you used to see before. You've got, like this is a program that's installed. I've got contacts. I've got desktop, documents, downloads, favorites, links, music, podcast, pictures, saved games, searches, tracing. That's the other one I'm thinking of, is tracing. And you got your videos. So you got all that right here, right? Then you've got your libraries, which is normally on Windows XP, Vista, and 7. You had your libraries out in the open. You click the start button, it went to the start box, and you had everything right out in the open. You can get to it here. Documents, music, pictures, podcasts, and videos. And I'll show you another way to get to it. Then you've got network. You can look at your network. You got control panel. You can get to that. You got your recycling bin. You got control panel. And this is all my icons that are on my desktop. Are all right here. But see how clean this looks when I take this off? Look at how clean that desktop looks. Okay, now let's go back and let's go right click. We'll go to properties. We're going to auto hide the taskbar again. And now let's go ahead and click apply. Now look at that. Look at how clean that is, right? You've got a nice clean desktop with nothing except Bluetooth that keeps popping out on me. But otherwise, now look at how clean that is. Doesn't that look nice? You wouldn't even know the desktop there. You'd swear that you're looking at a photo, right? Then you put your pointer down at the bottom and you bring out your taskbar so you can do what you want. As long as you keep the pointer on the taskbar, it'll stay open. The minute you move it off of it, it goes away. Isn't that nice? Now let me show you something else. Let's go back to properties and look at this. See what it says right here? You've got bottom. Well, guess what? Click this drop down and look at this. You can put your taskbar on the bottom, left, right, or top. Let's go ahead and pin it to the top. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to click apply. We're going to click OK. Now watch. Now you got a nice clean desktop again, except for the Bing thing that's there, and that's okay. But now where's your taskbar? It's not down here at the bottom. Guess what? Come up to the top. Look at it. Now it's flipped it around. It's got it on the top. All right. Let's say you don't want it here. Well, let's right click again in the taskbar and go to properties. And now you want to come back over here again And you know what? Maybe I want it over on the left-hand side. So let's put it on the left. We'll click OK. And then here you go. Now, you don't see taskbar at the bottom. No longer at the top. Now watch what happens when you go to the right. Oh, look. Here's my taskbar. You know, it kind of shortened it up, fattened it up a little bit, but look at everything's here. Isn't that cool? So I just want to show you that quick little tip. You can move your taskbar around anywhere on any side of the screen that you want. Okay, so let's put this back down the bottom. And then I'm going to take out the check mark, and I want to auto hide it. Okay, let's go click OK, click OK. Okay, so now I still have a clean desktop with the exception of the taskbar. But look at that. It's really nice. Let's put this back up here, get that to hide out of the way. Let's put that away. Okay, now, so you've seen this as your traditional desktop, right? I got to show you something that this really freaks you guys out because you don't know what to do with it. If you found it, maybe you haven't. Maybe you don't know what's here. Okay, over on the right-hand side of your screen, you've got something there that you don't see because it's hidden. Take your pointer, or if you're on a tablet, you can swipe your finger to the left. Put your pointer up in the right-hand corner of your screen or bottom right-hand corner, and see what appears. See these? These are what is known as your Windows charms. Okay, this is brand new for Windows 8 and 8.1. Now in Windows 8, they worked a little different than they do here. Here, they did some changes to them. All right, the first one you have at the top is called your search, right? Come down to your search and click it, and look what it says. It says search, and it says everywhere. You got a little drop down, and you can choose where you want to search. Settings, files, web pages, or web videos, right? We'll leave it on everywhere. So if you want to search something in the PC, you can search for it right here. That's the same search as what you had on your start box. When you click start, you had search at the bottom, and you could click what you were looking for, and it would search the entire computer. That's what that does. Okay, now let's go again, and let's go to share, right? You're like, okay, what is share? Well, let me show you what share does. Okay, let's say you're online, right? We'll go to a web page, okay? Let me just get to a website for you. All right, so let's go to right here, Buy Windows, Microsoft Windows, okay? Let's go to this web page. And here it is. Thanks for running Windows 8.1. They're thanking me for running an awesome operating system. But anyways, let's say you were on a web page. Let's say you want to share somebody this page to show them, hey, look, you can come over here and you can buy a copy of Windows 8 and digitally download it to your computer, right? Well, normally, if you want to show it on Facebook, you come up to the top, you would left-click, and you would turn everything blue, and you'd right-click, and you would copy, and then you would have to take this, and if you had multiple tabs at the top opened up, and you had your Facebook, then you'd go up to the top tab, and you would go to Facebook and post your status. Well, guess what? You no longer have to do that. Watch this. I leave this page open right where it is. I bring on my charms. I go to share. Okay. Now I'm going to go to right here. You got a list of things in share that you can share it to. So I'm going to go to Facebook Lite, the Facebook app that I have, and I'm going to share it to this. Now watch this. Okay. It says screen, right? Okay, so well, actually it's just showing screenshot. If I was to put this here, well, actually, let me try this and see. All right, I did do this. Normally, it will just take this page and copy it when I click share where I'm sharing it to, and it'll allow me to show where I'm sharing it to. And then you can post a little a note to go with it. But all right, I'm going to go ahead and just do that, right? Now, I just shared that to Facebook. So going to the share, you can share to multiple things. It may work with an app. You might have an app where you can share something. All right. So that's really handy. And it's over there hidden in the right-hand corner. Top or bottom. You go either one to bring these out. Then you got your start. That's just the same thing as your start button down at the bottom on the left. So you can click it here if you want. And then you've got devices. And this will show you devices where if you want to play something, you can send it to a device, you can print, or you can project. So if I wanted to project to one of my TVs in the house, I could do that as long as it allows it. And then last but least, I will go back here again. Let me close out Internet Explorer. Now you have settings. Now you've got, right now, see if you come to settings, you're on desktop, it shows control panel, personalization, PC and phone help. Let me just show you the personalization. This is really nice. See the color of this box? It's orange. If I come in here, oh, wrong personalization. Okay, I got to do it from the start screen. I'll get to that when I get over there because it's not the same. Okay. All right, down the bottom here, you've got network. Shows you, I'm connected to my network. Then you've got, your sound volume. It shows me the speaker shows it at 100. And then if I had a device that allows me to, for brightness on the display, you can adjust that from here. Then you've got notifications. You can click and see your notifications. See, I've got high for 8 hours, high for 3 hours, high for 1 hour. Okay, then you've got your power button, and then you've got keyboard, and now you've got your PC settings. Now, you do have control panel, right, where you can get the stuff. This is now your new PC settings. And the reason why this is here is because if you have a RT tablet that does not run a full operating system, you're going to need to be able to get to the settings that you normally would have on a traditional desktop, a full Windows operating system. You can get to them through control panel, but with an RT tablet you can't. So if you click PC settings, now it brings up this whole new way of changing things. Let me just quickly show you some stuff in here. All right, this is my lock screen. This is the picture that appears on my lock screen. Then I've got an account picture which is linked to my Microsoft account. So in order to have those live tiles, you have to create a hotmail.com, a live.com, or a outlook.com, which is their latest email address that they've created. As well as if you have, like me, MSN Premium, then you can have an MSN email address. And that'll turn the system into a live system. And then you've got a picture password. If you want to create a picture password, you can. All right, let me come in here for a minute and let me go to account picture. Okay, it says create an account picture. You can use camera. It's got some apps here listed. And you can get any one of these apps to create it. Right now, that's my current account picture. And then right here, see where it says my name, Glenn Weaver, and then my email address, and it says disconnect. If I disconnect it, I can put this operating system back to just a basic Windows operating system. Nothing will be live, so you won't be taking advantage of the live tiles. If that's the way you're running Windows 8, you want to come to PC settings, and then you want to come to, okay, let me come back out for a minute. You want to come to here. The first thing it'll come to when you come into PC settings is here. You want to come to account picture, and right at the top, it's going to ask you to create an account. So if you already have a Windows Live ID, then you're all set. All you have to do is sign in with that. Just click sign in with it, and it'll turn it into a live system. And then you're all set. Then you can take advantage of the you can take advantage of having the live tiles and having your operating system live. Now you have over here, you got sign-in options, right? And this is where it's really nice because you can create a picture password. We use a picture to sign in, and you use gestures with your finger or your mouse or your touchpad. It works the best with a tablet on a touch screen, and which I'll have a touch screen for my desktop within a couple of months. I'm getting a nice 27-inch Acer touchscreen. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait for that. This laptop will be really functional then. Then you've got what you call a PIN. And this is a 4-digit number that you create. And that's how I've got all my computers set up, is with a PIN. Now, when you go to each computer you have in your house, it's going to ask you to create a PIN. Just use the same PIN as the rest of them. That's all I do. I got one PIN set on all my machines, so that way it's a lot easier to remember. Having that is really nice. That way, it's a lot easier to sign in when you sign in, because normally what you would do is when you shut your system down and turn it back on, you're going to have to sign in with the password to your email address that you're using for this system. So if you create a PIN, now you can sign in either way, either with the email address or with the PIN. Leave it on PIN, that way it's just a 4-digit number you have to punch in. It goes a lot quicker. If you want to add other users to the accounts, you come here to other accounts. See where it says add an account? I can go ahead and add an account to this desktop, which, you know what? Let me go ahead and show you how this works, okay? Let me sign in with my wife's email address, and let me get this set up, because I did have her in here, and I got to recreate an account for her. Nope. Okay. Oh, no, I don't want. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's her email address, right? And now what you want to do is come down here, click next. And this is going to do the same thing when you're signing in for the first time in the operating system, or every time actually. It's going to ask for a password. But when you're signing in, it'll come up asking, okay, now it's going to say finish. And now what it's going to want me to do is, okay, she's also, oh, child. No, she's not a child. I have to edit. I don't want a child because she's not a child. Okay. So let's see. I can make her a standard user or an administrator. Yeah, you know what? I'll just leave it as an administrator. That's fine. Okay, so now it's all set. So you can, if that user is a child, then you definitely want to set that as a child. So now my wife has an account on this computer. It's all set up. So now, if I shut this down and turn it back on, it's going to ask me which account I want to sign into. Now she can sign into hers, and she has access to all of her stuff. Everything she does on her laptop will be here right on my desktop. All of her apps, everything will be here. And if it's networked, which it is, she can get to all of her files on her laptop as long as it's turned on and going. So she'll have no problem, all right? So now I just created an account. And then there's a whole bunch of other stuff here. I won't go into detail on this stuff, but you have accounts, you got SkyDrive, search and apps, you got privacy, you got network, time and language, ease of access, update and recovery. This is the one, I'll just tell you about this, update and recovery. This is where you can check for Windows updates, just like you did under Control Panel. Or you can view your update history, or you can choose how updates get installed. And if you want to check your file history, you can do that, which I have it. It says searching for drives. So you can check your files on your drives as well as recovery. So if I come here to recovery, now you can restart your PC right from here. So that's like really nice, because let's say you need to restart it for some reason. Chances you getting hit on Windows 8 or 8.1 is a lot less. It's harder to get hit, especially if you're on an app and not on a browser. Now my brother did get hit on his browser, so I had to redo his system. But all right, so let me just check. I want to just check this real quick. Let me just go to file history, and I just want to see if these drives do show up. It'll just take a minute. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Back up your personal files to this PC to removable disk G. 11.9 free of, I don't know, that's my, let me take that one out. Okay. So now let's go ahead and select a different drive. And I do have another drive on here, so let me see if, yeah, here it is. Okay, so here's my removable drive, right? And so now I want to go ahead and you can open up and turn on file history, and then you can back up, but right now it's shaded out for some reason. I don't know why, but all right. So anyways, so you get the gist of that, right? Backing up your files. Okay, so this is your PC settings. Like I said, if you get a Windows RT tablet, this is the reason why this is here, because an RT does not run a full copy of Windows. It has a desktop, but it's only for specific things, and it doesn't have control panel, so you can't get to that like you would here on a normal full operating system. Okay, now File Explorer down here at the bottom. This is where you can click and you can get to, here is desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, videos. It's all here, but guess what? Before you used to have computer, right, where you clicked and went to computer. In 8.1 they changed it. Now guess what? If you scroll this page down, look, here's your computer. Here's your drives that are listed. Drive C, my 2 DVD drives, D and E, and then here's my backup drive, which is F. And then here's my network locations, as well as my MyBook Live Duo. And over here on the right, you've got favorites, desktop, downloads, recent pictures. You got SkyDrive, home group, all the stuff over here on the left. And then, of course, up here, you've got uninstall, change a program. That's if you want to uninstall a program or change one, you can. System properties. So look at this. This is like got so much more stuff than you had on your traditional Windows 7 or Windows Vista or XP. Look at all this customizing, all the stuff that you can get to. It's a lot easier, I'm telling you. Then control panel, right? I pinned it to my taskbar, and you saw earlier I showed you I pinned it to my start screen so that you can get to it when you're over on start. And here's your traditional, everything's here like you used to seeing. Nothing's changed in here. That's all the same. The other thing they did do, and please, you don't need an antivirus. If you look right here, see where it says Windows Defender? Well, they changed it. Remember in Windows Vista, if you go look under Control Panel, you'll find Windows Defender. But what it was just strictly for malware, and that's all it was for. Well, what they did in Windows 7 was they created what was known as the Windows Microsoft Security Essentials. That was a free, full antivirus with malware protection as well as spyware protection. And what they did in Windows 8 was they changed the name back to Windows Defender, and it's the same in Windows 8.1. It's Windows Defender, which is a full antivirus, spyware, malware, all that. You don't need anything. You don't need to spend any money to get an antivirus anymore. It's all right here. And if I click this to open it, see? And right now it says your PC is protected. If I want to scan, I can scan. I can do a quick, a full, or a custom. I can check for updates. I just click update. If I want to check manually to see if there's any updates. There's not. It's up to date. Then you got your history. So you got quarantine items, allowed items, all deleted items, as well as you got settings. So it's got its own antivirus built in now. You don't have to worry about it. So there's that. Oh, the other thing too is Flash Player. You no longer have to update your Flash Player. It is now built into the operating system, and Microsoft takes care of updating it for you. You never have to look at it. So if you're on Facebook playing a game, you don't have to worry about it coming up saying your Flash Player is out of date. You need to update it. You're all set. It's done for you. All right, so that's your desktop, right? Well, just about everything. I'm going to show you one more thing. If you're on desktop, let's say you wanted to get something that you had opened up over on start screen, put your pointer down the lower right, the lower left-hand corner of the screen or your top left, and you'll see these little boxes up here that appear. See when I click, you see up here, watch this area right here, and you'll see these little partial boxes up here. Keep your pointer against the side of the screen and keep it there and scroll up and watch. See? Now these boxes appear. Now look, you've got PC settings, Facebook Lite, then you've got mail, and these are all stuff that are running in the background that you can get to, that you've already previously had open. So like if I want to go to PC settings, I click it and it's here. See? If I want to close this, put your pointer at the top and see how my pointer turns into like a hand. When it turns into a hand, if you're on a tablet, just drag it down. If you're on a laptop or a desktop, left click it when it shows that hand, left click it, and then hold it and drag it down. See, it turns small and went to an orange screen. Keep dragging it all the way down to the bottom, and guess what? Now you just close that out. Now if I come back here to desktop, now it's gone from the list. So that's how you can close programs out that are running in the background. Then we get the Facebook Lite, we've got mail, and so see, these are running programs. Now, all right, I'm going to show you something. A little fun trick that you can really do. You can do it with Windows 8 and you can do it with Windows 8.1. Go to my start screen, right? All right. I'm going to go, let's see. Yeah, you know what? All right, let me go to my Facebook page. My favorite that I've saved here, I pinned it to my start screen so I can get to my online version of Facebook, right? All right, now I'm going to go back to desktop, okay? Now let's say I got something I'm doing over here. Let's say I'm doing something with my Zoom player. I'm looking up music and whatnot. Okay, let's put this over here, right? And now watch this. Lower left-hand corner or lower top-hand corner. Bring this box back out, okay? Now see what it says right here? Internet Explorer. Okay, this is my Facebook page that I have open on the other side, right? Now watch this. I want to do some multitasking. I drag this out. Now see what it did? It kind of split the screen. I'm going to release it right here in this orange area. Watch what happens. Whoa, look at that. Now I got my desktop open on the right, and I got my Facebook page open on the left. So now I can do what I'm doing over here, as well as I can keep an eye on the news feed on the left. Fantastic, right? And if you want to make one bigger or smaller, go right in between the two and drag it either right or left. So I want to make my Facebook page smaller or my desktop bigger, I can do that, or vice versa. I want to make my desktop smaller, my Facebook page bigger, I can do that. I can put it back to original right in the center and have them both equally sized. Now watch this. This gets even better. Let's say you want to not only multitask, you want to triple task. Guess what? Do the same thing. Go down to the very bottom of the screen. Let's get this. Okay. All right, let me go back to desktop for a minute. And okay. Now you bring open these boxes, right? And let's say I want to keep an eye on my emails, right? Drag this out. And guess what? Look what happened now. You drop it right here. Look at that. Now I'm triple tasking. I'm not multitasking. Now I'm triple tasking. And I haven't tried it yet. Let me see. This will be a first. I have not tested this yet. Let me just go ahead and grab the remaining thing that's open, my Facebook Lite, and let's see if we can do it 4 times. I don't think so, but let's see. Yeah, no. See, it replaced desktop. Okay. So you have a choice, but you can triple task. So I'll put that back to the way it was. Now look at that. Now I can do my Facebook over here to see what's going on. I can check my emails or keep an eye on my emails, as well as I can multitask over here on desktop. Fantastic. Isn't that something? Like, see it. I mean, it's a performing, working desktop, as you can see. I can do stuff on desktop. I can, see, I can open the email. I can do my emails, or if I want to post a status to Facebook. Okay, let's retype this. Okay. Now doing a video for my Facebook page on how to run Windows 8.1. Okay? Now I've typed that into my box. Let me just make sure that I have it. Oh, I do. Okay. Okay. On how to run Windows 8.1. Okay, and now guess what? Now that I've typed that in, I just posted that status to my news feed on Facebook. So look at that. I'm tasking. I'm triple tasking on Windows 8. If I want to close one out, same thing I showed you before. Put the pointer at the top, turns it into a hand. Drag this down, close it out. Now you're done. Go back to your desktop. Now I can close these, merge these two back together, and there we go. Now I closed out what I was doing in the middle, and I'm back to multitasking. So it's fantastic. I don't know why you guys, you got to give this thing a chance. You really got to sit down and play with it. You know what? Sit down and play with Windows 8 and just do whatever it is. Just play around. You can't hurt it. All you're going to do is learn from experience. You know what? My wife, Michelle's wife, I gave her a copy of Windows 8 last Christmas. She was running Windows 7. Now, she'd only had Windows 7 probably not even a year. She had just got her first computer. Her mother's in her 70s. She's like 74 or 75, right? So she's getting up there in age, right? She's not supposed to be able to figure this stuff out. She's old. She's not supposed to know what she's doing. She's supposed to be, you know, she's not supposed to like change. Well, guess what? She does. And you know what? I showed her a little bit how to run Windows 7, and she figured it herself. I gave her a copy of Windows 8 for Christmas, and guess what? She loves Windows 8. For all you people that are younger than 74 seeing this video, if you're in your 20s, your teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s, get over it. If a 74 or 75-year-old lady can figure it out and really like her and her husband can really like Windows 8, and I gotta get her to upgrade to Windows 8.1, then you know what? You got something wrong if you can't figure this out. You don't like change? Well, get over it. You better get used to it because this is what's here. Now, on the start screen, you can move any one of these tiles around. So you can put it any way you want. If I want to put it over here, I can. I want to put it here. If I want to put it down the other end, I can drag it down there. I can put it all the way down the other end. I'll put it back. This is my mail tile. Here it is. Let me just go ahead and, let me just go ahead and close out what I was doing. It's trying to multitask. So let me just close out Windows. Let's put desktop. Oh, wrong one. Okay. Let's drop this down. Okay, so now we get traditional desktop back the way it was. Okay. Now let's go back here. Email. Here's your emails now. This is the new Windows emails. You've got your inbox. And then right now I've got it set a little different. I'm going to show you something. All right, see where it says folders? Watch this, okay? I'm going to take out, okay. I'm just going to show you this real quick. And, okay, now let me go back to my inbox. Okay, so over on the right, this is what it looks like in 8.1. When you first come into it, you've got your inbox, which just shows a letter with numbers next to it with a drop down, right? And you can make that stuff disappear if you want. Then you've got newsletters, social updates, and folders. Social updates is Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, all your social stuff shows up here in a folder. And then you've got folders. If you have any extra folders like I do, you can get to them by clicking folders and come out and choose the one you want to go into. See how each one's got a star next to it? If you highlight the star, now let's see, that'll bring out my funny emails, and I guess I'm going to do, my Windows 8 products keys, and I'm going to do software. Now, if you look now, let me go back to inbox. Now you've got junk, funny emails, software, Windows 8 product keys, are now out in the open. So when you pin it as a favorite, it puts it right out in the open. Then you've got, here's favorites, right? Here's my frequent favorite people. People that you send emails to all the time are right here. And then you can flag an email. If you've got a flagged email, it shows up here. You can flag it if it's if it's like, got like spyware, malware, and stuff like that. Excuse me. All right, so here's your brand new emails, and then down the bottom I've got my Helena Cowboy, my Bill Payne 9, my High Performance. That's my business address, and that one's set for automatic replies. You can automatically reply, and I already did a video. I don't know if you went over and watched it, but it shows you how to personalize 8.1 in your emails. Go watch that video because I won't do it on this one. But it's really cool. So you can just choose right here what email address you want to look at. So it's really nice. So there's your emails. All right, let me go back to the start screen. And so this is packed with stuff you can do. I mean, I just love 8.1. And now, if you're on Windows 8, here's a change they did in the store. Come into the store, right? Kind of see how it looks a little different. Because now what you're seeing is, this is scrolling through all the recent stuff that's available. You got picks for you. Then you got trending. You got now rising, top paid, and top free. Now you're thinking, well, wait a minute, where is all my categories? Like tools and productivity. Where's my games? Where's all my subcategories for my different apps that I would normally look for to see if there's something that I need? Well, guess what? Before, if you right-clicked on the screen, you brought down a drop-down menu where you could just get just the apps that you have purchased in the past. Now remember, a purchased app, if you don't know, a purchased app doesn't necessarily mean you paid money for it. Well, if they charge you for the app or it's free, it's considered a purchase. So what you want to do is right click, and guess what? Look, now you've got home. If I click home, it brings me right back here to the home screen in the store. Here's your apps. This is everything that's installed in the computer, right? So we'll let this come up for a minute. And this is where all your purchases go, whether you paid for it or free. These are where all your apps are when if you need to redo your system, you can reinstall your apps, or if you uninstall an app and you want to reinstall it, when you uninstall it, this is where it goes. Okay, right click again, then you got your account. Now look right here, see? Picks for you, top paid, top free, new and rising, then you got trending. Okay, now you're getting into what you're looking for. Here's your games, social, entertainment. You've got photo, music and video, sports, books and preference. You've got news and weather, health and fitness, food and dining, lifestyle. You got shopping, travel. You got finance, productivity, tools, security, business, education, and last but not least, government. So that stuff used to be out in the open. Now it's up here at the top. The other change they did too was here. If you want to search for an app, now instead of, you used to go to your charms and bring out your charms to search for something, and you go here and it would say store, where it says everywhere. Now you don't have to. Now your search is within your store, and they did the same thing with Xbox Music. This is your new Xbox Music service. They're doing away with Zune, and they've done the same thing with Xbox Music. We'll let this sign in. And yes, I do have a Zune account / Xbox Music service. If you had a Zune account, you do now have a Xbox account. Okay, so it shows me signed in. And then right here, you've got a search where you can search for an artist I'm going to go ahead and choose an artist to search. I search John Denver, and voila, look at this. Here's John Denver. I can choose his albums. Same thing over on Xbox Video. Now they have an Xbox Video where if you want to purchase movies, you can. And I've already purchased a couple. I'm trying it out so far. I like it. Okay, we'll let Xbox Video sign in. Okay, I'm all signed in. See, I've got a search right here. And I can search for a movie that I'm looking for. As well as you've got categories here to look through and find a movie. As well as here's my this is my 2 movies that I purchased, The Other Guys and That's My Boy. They're right here. If you click them, you can go in and you can either download it or play it. I've downloaded them to this PC and it's now showing resume or restart. Same thing with That's My Boy. It offers download or play. So if you play it, it's just like Netflix. It'll stream the music wirelessly off your internet and you can play it just like you do Netflix. And these movies are available across all of your devices. I don't know if it's 5 or 6, I don't remember. But those movies are there, available to play. You can stream them. If you want to download it to that device, you can, depending on what it is. If it's an RT tablet and you only got 32 gigabytes, your movies generally run about 5.1 gigabytes in size, so you're not going to want to do that. And as well as, here's my personal stuff that I own outright. Stuff that I've put on my PC is all here. So there you go. There's your Xbox Video service. And you still have your traditional kind of boring, media player right here. You all remember this. This has been there since almost day one. You've had a media player. Let me just go back to, okay, so there's all my songs and stuff. So you do have that. And then you got your SkyDrive photos, which appear right here as a live tile. Let me see. Which one is, oh, right here. Here's my photos. I click photos and go in. And here's all my stuff. And these are all pictures that I have taken with my camera. They automatically go over onto SkyDrive so that you don't have to worry about saving. You can delete it right out of your camera the minute you take it. And it'll come home and go on SkyDrive and your photos right there. You don't have to store it on your phone. They give you free 7 gigabytes worth of SkyDrive storage when you get a Windows phone. So you can have 7 gigabytes. And I paid $25 for 50 gigabytes a year. So I got 25 a year for 50 gigabytes, which isn't bad. That'll give me the storage. So that's where your photos go at. Then you got a Windows Phone tile. That's for connecting your Windows Phone. And you might want to think about getting a Windows Phone 8 device to work with Windows 8 or 8.1 because it works really well with your Xbox Music service as well as Nokia Music. I was looking into getting a Nokia Lumia phone. Those are the phones that are really rocking right now. So that's what I would look for. And most all your carriers have a Lumia device. So I'd look for that. And so that's basically running Windows 8.1 in a nutshell. If you're running Windows 8 and you want to upgrade to 8.1, just go here to the store. And when you open it, in this box right here where it says, where you see this that's running, this will say upgrade to 8.1. Just click it and start downloading it and convert it. You'll be really happy with the improvements they've done to 8.1. It's a marked improvement. You'll really like it. So I guess that's going to do it. I just wanted to show you guys how to run Windows 8. I hope you like it because I really do, and you need to give it a chance. So definitely check it out. And let me know what you think of it. And just comment down the bottom below the video on YouTube, or you can make a comment on my page. So head over to Facebook.com/High Performance PC at Cape Cod, and like my page, and make sure you watch it. Watch all my postings. I post stuff when I'm working on PCs. I don't do when I'm out in the job because I think that's kind of not right to do when I'm in someone's home. I don't want to be posting pics from someone's home. I don't think that's the right thing to do. So, all right. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'm Glenn from High Performance PC of Cape Cod. I'm out of here. See you, everybody.